welcome back to my channel, I guess. I'm a YouTuber now. Just kidding. So today I wanted to film my March favorites, and don't tell me what the date is. I know it's 4/20. Anyway, I wanted to wish a happy birthday to my boss's daughter, Romy. So happy birthday, Romy, and also happy belated to my boss as well. And I hope you had an amazing birthday. Thank you for watching my videos. It means a lot to me. So anyway, I know it's the middle of April, almost towards the end, but you know, I have a bunch of excuses as to why this video is so delayed. Partially because I rely on natural sunlight. So in Sacramento it's been raining, it's been cloudy. So I haven't been able to really film, and I've yet had the desire to really invest in good, proper lighting. So natural lighting is what I have to wait on. So that's why this video has been delayed, and also because I got strep throat. Yep, 4th time in my life. I'm a strep throat professional. So if you have strep throat, I have a lot of advice for you. Take antibiotics. Okay, so to start off, I just wanted to talk about the negative events of March, and I don't have too many because I've been reading this book and I'm trying not to focus on the negatives, but I think it's important to just recognize events and just learn from them. So the first one, it might be a little bit silly, but if you know me, you know how much I love and adore the Peach Bellini scent from Bath & Body Works. So when I was traveling to Los Angeles at the end of March, I had too many liquids and the TSA stopped me. So the TSA stopping me wasn't the negative event of March. It was the fact that they said I had too many liquids and I had to let some go. So I'm in an extreme hurry. My flight has already started boarding. So I just picked whatever I thought was essential to me, and I had the Bath & Body Works body spray and the shower gel, but I lost the lotion. I did lose it because I forgot about it. So I just hope that whoever has my Bath & Body Works Peach Bellini body lotion is using it to its full potential, because Peach Bellini, arguably, in my opinion, is the best scent at Bath & Body Works. So, TSA Sacramento, hope you're enjoying it, okay? And I wanted to talk about the Peach Bellini event just because I thought about it for days. When I was in Arizona, I kept thinking about my loss, and it was a real loss. It was a real loss. So moving on, so I was in Arizona at the end of March towards the beginning of April, and the trip wasn't the negative. It's not the negative I'm talking about. It's the fact that I got strep throat from traveling and being sick. Oh, yeah. It's my 4th time having strep throat, as I said earlier in the video, So those were my 2 negatives of March, my Peach Bellini loss and my comeback with strep throat. I'm officially the strep throat queen. I love taking the antibiotics, so whenever I get strep throat, I get a little bit excited because I get to take antibiotics, and antibiotics gets rid of all the bacteria in your body, and thus you have clear skin. I've had a pimple in 10 days, and that's because you have to take the antibiotics for 10 days. Okay, so moving along, I'm not going to make this video all about strep throat. I'm going to move in to my favorites of March. And the first one I definitely have to mention is a person, of course, because, you know, life is not all about makeup. Says me, the queen of cake face. Okay, so the first person that I really want to give a kind of a star to is definitely Kamala Harris. And if you don't know who Kamala Harris is, she's our newly elected California senator, and she's freaking awesome. I follow her on Twitter and Instagram, and I think she's just so inspirational. She gives a voice to the voiceless, she fights for justice, and almost everything she tweets about, I almost always agree with. Kamala for president! Kamala for president! Okay, well, last things about Kamala, some fun facts. She used to be the San Francisco District Attorney. Let me Google check myself later on just because I want to make sure that's the correct title that she had. She's also half Indian, half black, so that means she's a woman of color. Yes, women of color in government makes me so happy, so excited. So Kamala Harris is definitely a favorite, and I'm sure she will continue to be a favorite of mine in the coming years of her 6 years as senator. Anyway, I can't make the whole video about my strep throat and Kamala Harris, so I'm going to move on to my second favorite of March, and it's definitely Get Out. So if you haven't watched the movie, you definitely have to watch it. I watched it twice myself because I just loved all the secret clues and how almost every line and object in the movie has so much meaning to it, and there's so much purpose behind everything, and I just love that. And it's directed by Jordan Peele, and if his name sounds familiar, it's probably because he's from Mad TV. He used to be on Mad TV as a comedian. And Get Out does have a few funny parts in it, but the whole time it's very suspenseful. It's, let's see, I would say it's very educational too. Definitely watch it.
If not, then Get Out. That's my video.
So Get Out was my favorite movie for the month of March, so I'm going to be talking about my two favorite Netflix things that I've watched. So the two things that I watched in the month of March on Netflix was a documentary called The 13th, which basically it's an hour and a half, maybe 2 hour long documentary about the 13th Amendment. Basically is that modern day slavery exists, and it exists in our prison systems. There's something floating around. And it's really interesting to kind of learn about that and just learn about how prisons are costing so much money for the US government. It's crazy how many people we have out of the US population that are currently incarcerated, and how companies are profiting off of their punishment and their prison time. Definitely recommend that you watch it because it's always important to know what's going on, and everywhere, every little corner and dark corner of your country, whether you want to know about it or not, you should just watch it and learn something. And I'm pretty sure you'll learn a lot of stuff from it. So the next thing that I've been watching on Netflix, it's sort of related to the 13th Amendment, but I think it was one of my recommended suggestions after finishing that documentary. And it is a real favorite of mine, and I've been talking to my coworker Brandy about it. Hi. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That's so rude of me. That's so unladylike. So the series is called Lockup, Women Behind Bars, but it actually follows both men and women in jail, not in prison, in jail. So they're in jail because they're waiting for the court trial, because they can't afford their bail bonds.
Distribute the instant offense. The state had the defendant on tape selling marijuana to a female undercover police officer on several different occasions. He had no problem whatsoever hitting on the undercover officer on the audio tape, trying to pick her up and saying, "Girl, you're thicker than a bowl of oatmeal."
But I think this series is so interesting because jail and prison, even though they're different, they have a lot of similarities. And I feel like when someone you know or someone you hear of goes to jail or prison, they're kind of forgotten. They become an outcast of society, and no one really cares about them. No one really thinks about them. I don't know. I think it's just so educational for me to watch this. I just love learning about everything. It's actually a little bit of a tangent, but I don't really know anyone personally that's close to me that's in jail or prison right now, but I do remember in my freshman year of high school, one of my classmates, I won't say his name, he was there in the beginning of the year, and then he kind of disappeared for a while, and then he came back, and I was wondering where he was, and he said he was in juvie at the time. And the only story I took away from him was that he braided someone's hair for a pack of Pop-Tarts. So I think watching this series is really helping me understand a lot of people's stories, and it's just very eye-opening and kind of just is a learning experience, which I love. Did I mention that I love learning? Okay, so no more jail talk. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is something well, it's an event that I went to in the month of March, and it's called the Compassion Project. So in the middle of March, I took myself and my 3 little sisters to this church, which was the one that was hosting the Compassion Project, which I think the Compassion Project is Christianity based. I'm 98% sure it's Christianity based. So we attended the event. It's free, and basically it's it's 2 separate bungalows, and we went to the bungalow of Jay, who at the time was a 9-year-old boy living in Africa. I don't really remember the country, but essentially it was a walkthrough exhibit where you listen to an audio through an iPod. So the walkthrough exhibit had several rooms in it. So the first room, I think it was his home, and then a jail cell, and then a classroom. So you can kind of get to see how his life progresses through the Compassion Project, and because someone sponsored him. And what I'm getting to is, actually hold on, I have to get the paper. Okay, so what I'm getting to is that eventually at the end of the exhibit you have the option and the choice to sponsor someone. And we did. My little sister chose Chandana. Hopefully I'm pronouncing her name right. Sorry if I pronounce it wrong. It's either Chandana or Chadona. And she is I think she's 9 years old, and she's living in Bangladesh. And the reason why my little sister chose the country Bangladesh is because we watched the Netflix documentary called The True Cost. And if you watch The True Cost, then you know that Bangladesh produces a lot of the fashion for the fashion industry. So everything from Forever 21, Abercrombie, very big retailers, they'll have their clothes be made in Bangladesh. And after watching The True Cost, Bangladesh just kind of sticks out to me, and it did so for my little sister, and that's why we chose Chadana from Bangladesh. If you have the opportunity, definitely go. Even if you don't sponsor anyone, it's a very good learning experience. Can you tell I love learning? Okay, I've been talking so much. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I'm going to start to speed it up a little bit. So one of the last items I want to talk about is this book. It's called You Can Be Happy No Matter What, and it's by Richard Carlson. Richard Carlson. I don't want to mispronounce his name. And he has a PhD in psychology, so I trust him because I only have a BD, bachelor's degree. And in this book, it kind of is separated in about 5 different categories. So we learn about thoughts, moods, stress, the importance of knowing that people have different realities. So this book has really helped me change my thinking ways, just because what you think kind of depicts how you see the world, how you feel, how you do anything. So it's really changing the way I think about people, and yeah. Okay, so I have about 6 minutes left of filming, so what the hell have I been talking about? I've been rambling, so I need to stop rambling and just get straight to the point. So this is a tweet that I printed out and framed because I posted a couple of selfies to Twitter, and my sorority sister Allie was so sweet. She was complimenting me, and then she said, I'm gonna reach to you. I'm crying. You are a work of art, sister. I love art. Like, art means so much to me, and I think art is so crucial and important to the world. And she called me a work of art. It's honestly the best compliment I've ever gotten. Okay, last thing, I have to show you something funny. Hopefully I can show it to you. I need to find a way to kind of like download it and put it in the video, but basically on Facebook there's a video about this kid holding a pack of pads and asking his mom, don't you use these for your butt? And I thought it was the most hilarious thing. I've watched it several times and I still crack up so much. It's so fun.
My name's DJ. Go,
what do you say, Chris?
Don't you lose these for your butt.
Got to what?
Don't you lose these for your butt.
What do you mean?
Do you lose these for your butt? At the old house, our old house, don't you?
No, put them back.
I saw you the other day. The long time ago days. You do lose it sometimes. The other days. So you still want a pack of them?
Put it back.
You use these for your butt. Okay, so that's it for my March favorites. Thank you so much for watching. I might make an April's favorite, but knowing me and how I did my 2016 favorites and how I'm doing my March favorites, the April favorites might come out in like July. Okay, no. I'm gonna commit myself to do a May, okay, as I'm talking, my hat's sliding off. It slid off. Okay, how do I look? Okay, do I look okay? I feel like I have a really big forehead, so I try to cover it up as much as I can. Okay, how does this look? You know what? Rihanna has a big forehead, and she rocks it. She's confident. I'm gonna be confident about my big forehead too. Okay. My hat just fell off. It fell off. Okay. Goodbye!